Progress Test 2, Part B, Audio 1. 1. Lisa.
One of my jobs is to give a presentation to new staff where I tell them what to expect when they work for our company. I'd done it many times before, so I was just going to recycle my presentation from previous years. In fact, I was so confident that I didn't even look through it beforehand. I walked into the training room, greeted the new employees, and plugged in my pen drive. That was when I found out that the software had been updated and the computer wouldn't recognize my files. I was kicking myself because I didn't have anything else prepared. It was really embarrassing.
2. Brian.
I'm an economics lecturer, and the head of my department had asked me to make my presentations more motivating for the students. I decided to include a quiz, but the students made no attempt to answer the questions. I tried to coax some ideas from them, but it felt as if I was speaking a strange language that they didn't understand. I was tearing my hair out because the situation was so frustrating. In the end, I stopped the quiz and asked them what the matter was. That was when they told me I was in the wrong classroom. It turned out they were there for a physics lesson.
3. Millie.
Last term, we had to give a presentation in class about an experiment we'd done. I had butterflies in my stomach because I'd never presented anything before. My friend had to go first, and then it was my turn. She was just getting to the last part, and she was supposed to put a slide up with the results of her experiment. Well, instead of her results coming up on the screen, there was a picture of her dog wearing a funny little hat. I don't know how it happened, but I was killing myself laughing. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop. In the end, the teacher sent me out and I had to do my presentation in the next class.
4. Jack.
I was an inexperienced banker at the time, but I had a plan to make loads of money for our clients. I organised a presentation to explain it to them, which I was pretty pumped about. I was convinced it would be a hit, but as soon as we started, one client complained that she hadn't been making enough money on her investments. She completely lost her temper. Then some of the others joined in and threatened to take their business elsewhere. Eventually, my manager managed to calm them down, but I was a bit shaken up. I was concerned my presentation was to blame, but my manager assured me that it wasn't my fault.
5. Jodie. I just started a job in advertising and I had to give a presentation for the management team. Although I was eager to impress them, I'm quite shy, so I was pretty anxious beforehand. I did plenty of preparation and got a friend to help me prepare the slides. No matter how many times I rehearsed it, though, I was still really on edge. I was scared stiff that I'd mess it up and lose credibility with the managers. As it happened, the presentation went really smoothly. There weren't any mistakes and I sounded quite convincing. I even got a round of applause at the end, which made my day. I was bursting with pride afterwards. Who wouldn't be happy with that?